is Ale and I'm a dietetic intern at the Maricopa County Department of Public Health. Today, I will be showing you how to cook a delicious, easy turkey skillet dinner. Let's get started. First, let's look at the things that you will need for this recipe. For the ingredients, you will need a non-stick cooking spray, 3/4 of a pound of lean ground turkey, 1 medium onion which needs to be peeled and chopped, 3 tomatoes, chopped as well, 3 tablespoons of tomato paste, 1 teaspoon of dry basil, oregano, and garlic powder, as well as a half teaspoon of salt and a 1/4 teaspoon of ground black pepper. You will also need 2 medium zucchinis sliced. For the utensils, you will need a chopping board, a sharp knife, a non-stick skillet, and heat-safe cooking utensils. After rinsing our produce, first we're going to start by chopping our 3 tomatoes, our onion, and our zucchini. If you would like a chunkier final product, you can chop your vegetables bigger than what I did in here. If you would like your vegetables to not have much of a texture, you can chop them finer so they can incorporate with the turkey and create sort of like a sauce-like consistency. For the zucchinis, the recipe called for sliced pieces, but I decided on diced zucchinis because I wanted to have larger chunks of zucchini in my meal. It is up to you to decide how big or how small you want your vegetables. Just remember that you might have to adjust your cooking time since bigger chunks of vegetables are going to cook slower. Since we have been talking so much about chopping, let's learn how to chop a tomato. Don't forget to sharpen your knife, especially when cutting tomatoes. We need a stable surface for cutting our tomatoes, so we're going to slice it right in the middle. Remove the stem, and we're going to get ready for the fun part. We're going to cut our tomato lengthwise into even horizontal sections. Notice that I'm not cutting all the way. This is so the tomato stays in one piece and it's easier to cut. We then are going to rotate the tomato and cut it into even strips, still not cutting all the way. After we're done, we're going to cut it again into a crisscross pattern. The trick with cutting tomatoes is to let the knife slide and not to put too much pressure. You can see that in some occasions I put too much pressure in the tomato, which causes it to squish and spill some of its juices. Be gentle with your tomatoes. So as you can see again, with the other half, I'm going to remove the stem right there and out. And then slice it horizontal. And also remember to tuck your fingers to avoid cutting anything. Then we're going to cut it into stripes and then rotate it once again. And I didn't let the knife slide back. There you go, that's much better. And we're going to continue cutting until we have our evenly diced tomato. And squish. So be gentle with your tomatoes. And this is your final product of your diced tomato. Ta-da! Alright, now let's get to cooking. In our non-stick skillet, we're going to spray our cooking spray. I'm using olive oil in this video, but you can use whatever you have in hand. Over medium heat, we're going to cook the onions until translucent and soft. And then we're going to brown our turkey. Every little piece counts, in there. Yeah, there you go. This is going to take about 10 minutes for cooking. Give it a good mix and make sure that everything is evenly distributed. Then, we're going to add our nicely chopped tomatoes, our tomato paste, and lastly, our spices. Let that simmer over medium heat for another 10 minutes. Tap tap. This recipe calls for lots of tomatoes, which are high in vitamin C. One whole medium-sized tomato can provide you up to 28% of the RDIs. You might have heard the term before, RDIs, also known as reference daily intake. This is the average daily intake level of a particular nutrient that is likely to meet the nutrient requirements for 97 to 98% of healthy individuals in a specific stage of life or gender. Now, we're going to add our chopped zucchinis and cook for about 5 minutes. If you do not have zucchini available, you can always substitute it with other squashes, like yellow squash, eggplant, or even pumpkin, which is perfect for the fall time. Zucchini, just as tomatoes, are also very high in vitamin C. Vitamin C, which is also known as ascorbic acid, helps the body in many ways, such as helping protect the cells and keep them healthy. It helps maintaining healthy skin, blood vessels, bone and cartilage, and even helping with wound healing. After cooking out our zucchini for 5 minutes, our meal is ready to serve. Enjoy!